we're going to do. So, oftentimes, I get accused of tone. Now, I'm a very reasonable man. I told you, I didn't want to go into Iraq. I'm the one that didn't want to go. I'm the only one, I think, that didn't want to go in. You know, Hillary voted for it. I think Rand Paul, maybe, but it's irrelevant now. It doesn't matter. But I think he might have been there, you know. But I didn't want to go in. I'm the most militaristic person there is. But you got to know when and where and all that stuff. You can't do this. And the other day, Putin, he said, Donald Trump is brilliant. And Donald Trump is their real leader. And he's killing everybody. And he's a brilliant guy. And they want me to denounce him. I want to say, play it again, Putin. I love it. Give me more. They want me to denounce it. We will get along in the world, and my temperament is great. They say the tone, that my tone isn't nice. You know, they're killing us all over the world. We're fighting wars all over the world. Who the hell cares about? We want tough tone. We got to have tough tone. We got to have tough tone. And we've got to be unpredictable. You know, I hated telling the oil thing. You know, for years I've been saying, take the oil, take the oil, take the oil, right? I've been saying. They've all said, oh, that doesn't work. That's no good. I said, why is it no good? ISIS is fueling themselves with the oil, right? Everybody knows that. Like $1 million a day with oil. They're making a fortune. And I said, take the oil, take the oil. And Obama's White House would say, well, that wouldn't work. Why wouldn't it work? I mean, they're making, now they're also making a lot of money with the banking stuff. Oh, do I know banking? Nobody knows banking. There's no banker that knows banking like me. Coming in through all sorts of crazy circuits and channels. And let me tell you, I know how to end that. But we have to drive them into poverty. Right now, they're making a fortune. So I said, take the oil. They didn't do it. All of a sudden, a couple of weeks ago, they started hitting the oil. But I wanted to not just hit the oil. I wanted to take the oil. And I wanted to give some of that profit to wounded warriors and to vets and to families who lost children. And you wouldn't even have ISIS right now. And frankly, without Hillary Clinton and the stupid decision she made, along with our president, you wouldn't have ISIS right now. And you wouldn't have the migration either, by the way. You wouldn't have the migration. You wouldn't have this big, unbelievable, and heartbreaking migration. It was all bad decisions, and we're going to stop it, and we're going to do things that are going to be great. Now, many of the greatest business people have backed me. Carl Icahn is an example. He's a great businessman. A lot of people, maybe you've heard of him, maybe you haven't, but Carl Icahn, a great, great businessman, very rich guy. He doesn't want money. He would love to do something. If I, as an example, I'll say, Carl, handle China. That's it. Go away. Go home. Go back. Relax. It's going to be just fine. It's going to come down, down, down. All of it's going to, and you know what? The impact, when we lose 505 in terms of trade, we're losing $505 billion a year? $505 billion. What the hell? Now, I have a friend who's a great manufacturer. He can't do business with China. They come in and they dump all their stuff. When we want to do it, he can't get in, and when he does get in, he has to pay a massive tax. That's not the deal. The deal is no tax, right? Free borders. Yeah, it's free for us, but it's not. It is absolutely horrible what's going on. Japan also, they just lowered the yen. They're killing us. Caterpillar, look at Caterpillar stock. Look at Komatsu. They have Komatsu. They make excavators and things, bulldozers. Good company, not as good as Caterpillar. The machinery's not as good, but it's good. And I have a friend, he just bought a big order of Komatsu. He said they've devalued the yen to such an extent, to such an unbelievable extent. And I see him, he's like depressed. All his life he's bought Caterpillar. Take a look at Caterpillar now. Take a look at their stock. And I've been talking about this for 2 years. And I knew it just from the one friend, because he's a big buyer of equipment and always bought Caterpillar. Now he's buying Komatsu from Japan. How the hell do we let them do this? How do we let them get away with it? We have Carolyn Kennedy as our trade negotiator, as our ambassador. She didn't even know what she was. She was like, it was the craziest thing. She said, I'd like a job. Would you like to be ambassador to Japan? It was on 60 Minutes. She said, really? And this is who we have negotiating with some of the greatest killers in the world. Abe, the new boss. He's the best one they've had in 50 years. Lowering the yen, lowering the yen. They're killing us. We can't let it continue, and it won't continue with me. I have the best people in the world. The best. I have the great. Look, I know all of them. Some are great, some aren't so good, some are overrated, some are phenomenal, some you've never heard of, and they're better than all of them. I have the best. I have people calling me that are worth billions of dollars, that have made a fortune, that are phenomenal. They want to do. They don't want any money. They want to do it. I say, Japan, you work on it. China, you work on it. I mean, guys like Carl Icahn, we will make our country rich again fast. We will make our country great again. We will make our country great again. And, you know, at one of the rallies, a woman came up, a beautiful woman, an older woman. She came up to me and she said, Mr. Trump, it doesn't sound good when you say we're going to make our country rich again. I said, I got to make it rich before I can make it great. We don't have any money. We're a debtor nation. I got to get rid of this $19 trillion. $19 trillion. And now with this horrible deal just made by the Republicans, it's going up to $21 trillion. $21 trillion. And I said, so just, then she said to me, same woman, she said, do you think you're nice enough to be president? I said, I really am. I think I'm a nice guy. I love people. I'm doing this because I love people. But I said, but I'll be honest with you. I don't think it matters. This is going to be an election of competence, not niceness. We're tired of, it's going to be an election of competence. So, what we're going to do is we're going to have strong borders, and we're going to have the wall, and the wall's going to be great. And we're going to let people come in, and they're going to come in legally, and we're going to be really proud of ourselves. We're going to have a country back again. We're going to get rid of our health care problems that we have now in terms of Obamacare. It's going to be gone, and we're going to come up with great plans. We have so many great plans. They're so phenomenal. They're so much better and so much cheaper. And by the way, not only you, it's also the country. The country is paying so much. You're paying so much. You know, you think of yourselves, Obamacare is going to be unaffordable by the country. You know, you're trying to cut costs. This thing is mushrooming. It's a disaster. So we're going to fix that. We're going to fix our military. It's going to be so strong and so big and so powerful that nobody's ever going to mess around with us. Nobody. Nobody. Nobody is going to mess around. We're going to take care of our great vets because they have been mistreated and they're not taken care of. We are going to knock the shit out of ISIS, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen fast. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen fast. And just to end, I just want to say, right from the beginning, South Carolina has been with me. We've had biggest crowds. We've had the best polling numbers. We've had the best polling numbers. We've had the best everything. I love you people. We are going to make America great again. I love you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.